Alrighty, folks, we just learned that in November, King County listings are down, pendings are down, and prices are up. That all happened with 8% mortgage rates. I want to know what's going on right now. Mortgage rates are down 100 basis points. Yes. What's going on, Beth?
Hey there. Thank you. So yeah, we just looked at our fund chart for a monthly chart, and I was really, really curious to see how that was going to impact things with those higher interest rates. And then now, see, people that are in the trenches like myself, we see what's happening before the charts come out. So yep. It's definitely rear view mirror looking in those charts. And what I'm seeing right now, being December, it's the holidays. Normally there would be very little going on right now, but what I'm seeing is it's been very much an uptick in buyer activity and interest.
I was afraid of this.
I know. I've had the busiest December I think I've had, and probably, I don't know, at least definitely busier than last year, maybe busier than 2021. It's very busy, and everything that I've been putting out has been going pending. I have one that I wanted to chat with you about that was really striking. Was I listed a house last Thursday, which was, we're talking right in the middle of December.
Yeah.
It's that time of year where I have that discussion with my sellers, is should we list now or should we wait? Yep. I said, well, what I'm seeing right now is that I think you do really well if we listed now, when they decided to list now. And it's been nonstop activity out there. Our open house on Saturday had 31 groups through, and then not counting our private showings, just one open house.
It was raining.
It was what we call an atmospheric river was coming through that day, and it was cold and drenched rain.
And you had 31 couples
groups came out. I guess what else are they going to do in that weather but come out to an open house? And then Sunday we did an open house that was busy too. I think there was 10 or 15 more groups through that.
What was the price point? Are we talking above or below the median?
It was listed right under million, so it's a little below the median for our area, but it's in that kind of middle category where I am, where it's a little above the entry level, but not high end for the area. And it's been very in this little area where this one was in this community, there hasn't been anything listed for quite some time. So this one good house comes up, people are ready, and so. Yeah, so we put an offer review date on it, which I do when homes are getting a lot of activity, or we expect there might be a chance of that. And today's the day that I'll be able to see where that lands as far as offers go. But we do have offers on it, and
so you already have multiple offers.
Yep. Yeah.
So you had 40. I'm just going to guess, and if you can't say, it's totally fine. Let's say you had 50 people couples through the open house, or buyers through the open house. I'm going to guess you have more than 6 already. Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
So that's the interesting thing. So here's the thing, hope for buyers. Okay. So I don't want to be all down news for buyers. Okay. There is good news for buyers here. The good news is what I have been seeing, and this has been, and I don't know where this is going to end yet, but it could be, things could happen. It's still very much evolving, but what I've been seeing overall in our market is that buyers are making offers, but they're also being very reserved about it, which is not a bad thing.
No.
And we can't expect as a seller that it's going to just go bananas like it was doing, where people are just throwing cash. So there are still a lot of cash buyers out there, so we may get cash, but we're not seeing things necessarily going extremely over list price. It might go a little over list price. It might, but I haven't seen anything going 6 figures plus much over. That'd be definitely an outlier to have that happen.
Okay. So this is because again, I've been studying the consumer for 30 years. What I was afraid of happening next year is interest rates would back up, which they backed up already. Maybe they back up another 50 basis points, maybe another 75. That will pull marginal demand off the sidelines. Marginal, not everybody, marginal demand. But it's going to be doing that in the face of no listings. And it's going to get weird again.
It's going to get weird. And that's the other piece of potentially good news I wanted to share with buyers out there, is it hasn't really gotten that weird yet.
That's the key. This
if
is
you're thinking about it, especially between now and the end of the year, you might get somebody who's there still are some motivated sellers out there. There's still some listings that for whatever reason have kind of missed the mark and are languishing out there. They're usually the uglier ones. I love the ugly ones. If you're a buyer, look for those, because I am still seeing buyers that are buying right now don't want to do anything. They don't want to do carpet. They don't want to do paint. They don't want to do even the easy stuff. So if you're able to look past that and you can find somebody who's been on the market a little bit longer, what I am seeing is that inventory is starting to get picked up again a little bit as things are heating up a little bit. That inventory will start to move too. But there is a little bit of an opportunity between now and then, especially if people are going to be distracted for the holidays.
Yeah.
I think there's ample opportunities out there, especially if the weather gets in the way. One of the best deals I ever got was there was a snowstorm and this house came back on the market and nobody could get there, but I got there and I bought it before anybody else got there. So, you know, if you're motivated, there could be some opportunities out there still. I do think that going into in the Seattle market, the spring rush really starts in mid to late January, before spring even starts. I'm seeing everything has been lining up for that, and I expect we're going to have that. The question is, even if rates are a little bit lower, is it going to be enough to get these sellers that have been waiting off the sidelines? I don't really think so. No, it's going to have to go down quite a bit further. You know, I would think it need to be in the 5s somewhere for people to even reluctantly, you know, people, the way I'm thinking of it is like, I don't think the typical seller is going to want to double their payment for a little bit of extra convenience or space. But if they're really, really uncomfortable, they might pay some more for it. So we'll start seeing a little bit more of that, but not a lot.
Yeah. If we got to 5 even, maybe you get marginal supply. I think you got to get 4.5. I think 4.5 unlocks a ton of supply, but also
unlock
4.5.
Huge amount of inventory. That would be interesting, but
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah.
We'd have a lot to talk about if that happened, but you know, not anytime soon, I don't think.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Real estate is going to be pretty interesting in 2024. I saw some predictions. They're expecting transactions to be about 3.8, 3.9 for the country. So what that means to me is we still have a supply problem, right? In order for a transaction, you have to have supply and demand. I think rates back up all of next year, meaning come in, and that's going to unlock more. I think every quarter point unlocks a little demand.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens when the spring selling season comes in. Beth, people want to buy or sell in King County, or better yet, get a referral across the country. How do they do that?
Yeah, I can be reached at BethTraversogroup.com, or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. Message me that way. Love to connect with people.
Thank you so much, Beth.
Thank you.